On hike, expectation, emotion, the game yet to kick off, the excitement already palpable.
Arsenal against Austria.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And that gets things running. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, a lot has been said, Peter, about this guy, Julian Alvarez. I remember him from his breakout performance back in 2020 in the group stages of Latin America's greatest club competition, where I'm pretty sure I remember he got 5 goals and an assist. Now, back then, I saw him as a very versatile forward who could play.
And there's the shot! That comes as a mighty relief. Nuno Mendes. And it's made its way to him. Kaká. Cantona. Rummenigge. And Ambrosini. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, good ball! And he shoots! Goal, Austria! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Austria have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react. Arsenal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
That is good alertness. And he goes cross-field.
Good switch, that.
And it's Rosicky. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Threads one in. He's having a shot! Probing pass. That ball looks a good one. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Tries to pass it through. Arsenal do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, that's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Nuno Mendes. Rosicky chasing after it.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
And it's Mendes. Ambrosini. Rummenigge. Now it's Kaká. Always onto this. Cantona. Cantona! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Hello, attention.
And we're off again.
Arsenal can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Rafinha looking to be a menace in the final third. Albert Ferrer. Rummenigge. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Schneider. Dani Olmo. Nicely shaped ball. No luck with that dink over the top. Chiellini. Kaká.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Rafinha. Rummenigge. A hefty challenge, but fair enough. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern. Snyder really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Ambrosini. This looks promising.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's an imaginative pass. And the shot! And he thumps it clear. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And it's Olmo. Arsenal are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Knocks it out wide. Alvarez. And we're done. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that.
And if you do have
What
a
are your
chance
thoughts on
today,
today's
please
game then,
take some
Jim?
time out to
Well, the
give
way
your
the
support
manager
to
has
our
stormed
best
down the
stadium
tunnel
fund.
lends itself to an almighty telling off for such a timid, docile display.